Greetings everybody, how you doing? This is Kinesiology 100. Welcome to the class. This is a brief overview regarding the syllabi and the course layout. So if you're familiar with Blackboard, you can toggle yourself right on over here to syllabus and schedule. And when you go there, this video will be posted in this section. Right now I'm obviously shooting it, so I can't post it as of yet. So when you open up the syllabus, the syllabi for any course, and you have to understand that for all courses, any college, anywhere, the syllabus serves several purposes, one of which is an informational document. It provides information to you regarding specifics for the course, but it also provides information regarding specifics for on-campus services, and it also explains regarding how one can earn a grade in this course. So the other thing is a syllabus is in essence a contract between the student and the instructor and the school, and the student and the school. So all three of us are part and party to this document, are basically agreeing that if the student does this, then they will earn an A. If they do that, they will earn a B. If they don't do much of anything, they will earn an F. So the document itself is important. So it takes precedence in the first part of a class because we have to go over it as instructors just to make sure students are aware of the different components of the syllabi. Beefy part up front here, some general stuff. If you need to drop the course with 100% refund, it has to be done by Monday, February 21st. If you need to drop or withdraw from the course, that'd be without a refund, that'd be May 2nd. I would urge you to come see me first. Many times the issues that you may have and the concerns you may have regarding the course can be ironed out. I've had people just completely abandon a course, and I don't understand. I'll never understand it. And they can just come and see me or send me an email, and usually we can work out what's going on there, and the person can end up with a fine grade, even if they've missed some assignments. The instructor information, that's me. There's some credentials for you, a bunch of letters after my name. And then when you get down here, phone number on campus is 925-FIT1. I especially requested that one for my phone number for obvious reasons, but I rarely use that. So I'm an adjunct, and as a result, I don't have a bona fide office on campus. I have an adjunct office. I don't have a phone. So to that end, you can leave me a voicemail there, but I probably won't check it. I think I've checked my voicemail maybe once or twice in the 3 years I've been teaching at Harper. The best way, the absolute best way, is to use email. It goes right to me, right to my phone. Emails become so ubiquitous. I will definitely get back to you as soon as I can. It usually takes about 24 hours if it's on a weekend, a little bit less, during the weekdays. I'm usually pretty good at being able to just peck out a quick email back to whoever reaches out to me. But you got to understand, over the weekends, a man is allowed a little break in his life. All right, so one big thing is with emails, and we stress this, as instructors, is look, you have to be able to put together a cogent email, a very logical email. And you have a greeting. Just don't be like, hey, yo, what's going on? It's going to be like, hey, dear Adrian, or dear instructor Fleischer, however you want to say it. And then in the description line, that's usually the best way to describe what's going on. Kinesiology 100 having issue with assignment. And then in the actual body itself, it usually takes maybe 2 lines, 3 lines at most to describe what's going on. And that type of email, instead of just in the subject line writing stuff and then you send a bunch of stuff to me, it's usually better to break things out into like 2 or 3 emails if you have multiple different things that need to be addressed. I say that because once you get into the working world, you'll receive emails where it'll just be stuff, and it's like 20 different things on there, and you can't even dig through it. It's just ridiculous. You're better off sending multiple emails. And make sure you take care of stuff like grammar, capitalize, punctuation, etc. I still, as an instructor, have a typo here or there myself, but you try to make sure you hit all these buttons. So further down, we talk about the course description. The course is designed, and you should have read this and agreed to this before signing on to the course, for people who can participate in a fitness program. And to that end, if you have any doubts, any concerns at all, make sure you reach out to your instructor, your doctor, just to make sure you're not putting yourself in a possible perilous situation. Further down here, here's an overview of the course, and then here's what we're looking for. The different things we're looking for regarding the course itself can be kind of boiled down to these 10 bullet points. So it's always a benefit to take the time on the front end to wrap yourself around stuff like the course outcomes in any course, because then you can guide your studying and you can kind of prioritize what you're working on based off of these. It definitely helps. And a little bit further down, you don't have to have it, but if you look at this, you can get this book, Get Fit, Stay Fit, and hopefully it's something that will allow you to springboard into a fit lifestyle. Scroll down a little bit further. This is what most people are very interested in. It's the assessment overview, meaning how the heck you earn your seat on the A train and get that A grade. The layout in terms of grading criteria, you have the activity review for 10 points, the SMART goal worksheet for 10 points, the discussion and participation. I mean, that's kind of beefy, right? So you know that that's going to be an area where you're going to have to focus some time. And then the weekly workouts as you go through and submit those. That's another one where you're going to have to really be aware of that, and you're going to have to focus some time on that to get those points. And then the breakdown of actual points is down here. And the descriptions for each one of these can be found further below, and also the breakdown of points for each, right? So as you go through this with the participation component, you're going to have a post and response. It's not just a post. And I've had people try just doing a post only in my 100 level courses, and they didn't earn enough points to pass the course. I ended up having to fail some people because they just didn't do the response component. So make sure you do the response component on the posts and responses, okay? For the weekly workouts, it's a breakdown of how to do that, and then the final project is how you're going to lay out your future exercise programs. So if we get a little bit further down into this document itself, it talks a little bit about how you're graded and late work policy, which it has its place, but I want to focus a little more attention down here. And when you get beyond course culture, which for us, because we're asynchronous, you don't have to worry about too much being like on time, but make sure you get your assignments in a timely manner. So for our class, you're not going to have a lot of concern about plagiarism per se, but that is a concern on every college campus. Please familiarize yourself with this. And as we get a little bit further down, code of conduct, how you treat other people, etc. Now, this document also includes resources, right? And as we get a little bit further into this, you can kind of see we have different policies regarding email and privacy. But then down here, you have support resources. Oop, there's a typo right there. Look at that. Hold on. Okay, and just like that, that's been resolved. So you look at this document also provides information on how to get to or access different services on campus, whether it's our campus or if you move on to Northwestern or U of I or wherever your next stop takes you, you will have different departments that are specifically designed and in place to help students, whether it's a student success area where it's about academic advising or it's access to disability services. You have these different departments, and these people are pretty darn passionate about helping people succeed in college. And frankly, they have advanced degrees in this stuff. So if you have issues or concerns or problems, make sure you reach out to these individuals because they'll be more than happy to help you. The Academic Support Center is another one where you have a bunch of people in there who are super helpful. And then a service desk regarding computers, etc. And I just want to talk about safety and wellness for a moment. You have a network in place that is called Starfish that we use as instructors and counselors and individuals that are in your particular orbit on campus. And we have a thing where we'll use Starfish, and if there is some type of concern that say like you bring up to me, and I had this happen where I had a student who brought up some question regarding their oh gosh, what was it? It was like a math class. They were in the wrong math class. It was like Calculus 2, and they should have been in Calculus 1, and they were doing poorly because they didn't have Calculus 1 in their history, in their college history. So as a result, they just kind of in passing brought it up to me and asked who would they talk to. I sent out a Starfish, and that Starfish, of course, made its way to their instructor in Calculus 2, and also made its way to the person who put them in Calculus 2. And they were quickly able to switch that person out of Calc 2 and put them in Calc 1. Long story short, where I'm going with this is whether it's talking with your instructors or you're sourcing counseling services or you have other issues that are on campus, you shouldn't have to suffer in silence, not ever. So if you ever have some kind of issue, make sure you articulate that to either your instructors, your counselors, your people who are in your orbit who are there to help you through this process in college. Because there is a very strong resource center and resource group here for you to succeed. And I highly advise that you use it. And that information can be found down here in the syllabi. Okay, so with that, I'm going to close out on this. Let me just minimize this for right now. We'll get back into here. This is the course layout. And with the course layout, this provides kind of a roadmap in describing what we're going to be doing and when things are done. So when you look at this, let's go to enable editing here. Course up top, information regarding math and sciences division. And then you can kind of see week 1, 214, 221, 228. You have the different weeks and the dates. And really what we're looking at, and this will be laid out pretty well in Blackboard. You have what we're looking for in session 1, in week 1 here, what we're looking to have you guys go over and review and understand. And then the online discussion is resting heart rate. And I'll be opening those up after I make this video and submit this video. And as we go through this, you can pick out here week 6, that's 321 to 327, that's spring break. And then we get back into the grind, right? And as we go through this and we go all the way up until finals week of May 9th, we won't have a finals for this class, or final exam for this class per se, but you will have a project you have to complete. And that's just that one assignment that was outlined in the syllabus. So to that end, I urge you to not only become familiar with the syllabi, but also take time to review this and understand what the ins and outs are of this. I might make this a little bit more user-friendly and color codify this as I work on this weekend, because usually it's a little bit easier to kind of color code things and understand them a little bit better. So to that end, I'm going to sign out and expect more of these videos as you go through this class. And hey, I hope you have a great class and you actually have a good time with your workouts as well. All right, guys, thank you so much. Signing off.